It's in your hands and your wrists. Yep, that's right. The most important factor in how far the ball goes and how you control it is in your hands and your wrists. You know, with these days, with modern teaching and modern coaching, and maybe elite players, you know, they're trying to be more body-centric and take the hands out. And not use the hands, because active hands can often give you too much power, too much club head speed when you don't need it. You know, if you hit an 8-iron or a pitching wedge 2 or 3 meters too far into the green, at the elite level, it can really cost you. But for most amateur golfers, I mean, let's face it, that's not really going to be a problem. And they don't need to be thinking about using bigger muscle groups, because that just slows things down. I mean, how they sell these kind of things to the masses, I mean, I'll never know. I mean, training your body first, and maybe at some stage getting your hands involved. It's just all back to front. Now, it's like anything else, you've got to train your hands. You've got to get them moving to increase club head speed, power. You know, and you've got to train them to hit different types of shots. Hit some draws, hit some fades. This is what all great players do, and have done often from a very young age. And you've probably never been told this, but you should really get your hands and your wrists very active in the golf swing to create massive amounts of club head speed, power and control. You know, let's face it, if they get too active, you can always use the bigger muscle groups and one of those body-centric drills you see knocking about everywhere. But once again, for most amateur golfers, that's not really going to be a problem, is it? Too much power, too much speed. I mean, oh, that was a nice long drive. Oh, I don't want that again. And just before we get started, I'm offering online personal private coaching. And I'd love to work together with you. So drop me an email and we'll get those hands of yours firing, or whatever it may be. We are going to be a team. Now, I get this all the time from young players, old players, ladies and men. But if you want more distance and more club head speed, you've got to use your hands and your wrists and get them active in your swing. Now, I'm assuming that your grip and your setup are both fine, but make sure you grip in your fingers, which allows your hands and your wrists to work and be active. What I see a lot of is the golfer that grips too much in their hands, which blocks everything. Then I want you to start to do some swings and get those hands and wrists working, and then increase the speed and get that club head fizzing. Then I want you to hit some shots just using your wrists. I mean, obviously there's going to be a little bit of arm swing in there because your arms are connected to your wrists. but we're just concentrating on driving the wrists and getting them working actively in the swing. Now if I want to hit a draw, then all I want to do is swing out over to the right and roll my right hand over the top. And if I want to hit a fade, then I'll swing more to the left and turn my right hand more underneath. And the name of the game is to get those wrists active and fast. Then we can try and build it up a little further and swing it as fast as we can, only using your hands. And there's obviously going to be a bit of arm swing in there, but the aim of the game is to get those hands and wrists moving fast and firing through the ball. Fire those wrists and hit a few draws, hit a few fades, and get the ball working just by using your hands. Now this is all building up to your full swing. Now if you keep hitting draws and keep hitting fades, you start to gain control over the club face and the swing path, and you'll get more speed. Now keep doing it and make sure your hands and your wrists are very active in the swing. You know, train your hands. Make your hands and wrists active in your swing. That's what's going to give you the most function in your swing. You'll be able to hit every shot you want to play, whilst gaining massive amounts of club head speed, power and control. Now obviously if you're an elite player, which you might be, or a very good player, then you might want to calm things down a little and work together with your coach on more body-centric drills, just to take the edge off it. Or you could always drop me an email and I'll have a look at that swing of yours. But most golfers will be far better off using active hands and learning to gain control over the club face and the swing path, and will generate far more power and club head speed using active hands. I mean, too much power and distance for most golfers is like having too much money. I mean, what are you going to do with it all anyway? Mind you, there's that Ferrari and yacht I've always wanted.
I can feel it somewhere inside, haunting like a drug I keep on wanting. There's a love that fits so perfect, it's hard to believe. There's a reason I can feel my heart stop beating, and the air gets tough just breathing.